Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Michaela, and you have Big Ed here on the camera. And we are the proud owners of Big Ed's, a local food cart here in Abilene, Texas. And we're here to show you guys our setup, where we keep everything, our inventory, and give you a little walkthrough of what it takes. And how easy and manageable it really is to be a food cart owner if you do it right. So we're going to share with you guys some of our tips and secrets to what it took for us to be profitable and a successful food cart operation here in our local hometown, or my local hometown. Ed is a Yankee from Ohio. But besides that, here you have our space and our coolers. We have an extra propane grill for any time we have bigger events. We bring that with us. We do have our generator back here. We'll show you guys a little bit more in detail what we have. And here we have just some of our beverages that we serve: Gatorade, root beer, water. And we usually try and stock up on these and have 2 or 3 a piece, but with the limited space that we have in this apartment, and with the season kind of winding down, we've been keeping it to a minimum of 1 to 2 max per case. And then also over here, we just have our snacks, our chips, cookies, and up here is more of our extra gloves, bags, chili, paper towels, trash bags, just items that you need to run the business. And we'll get into showing you guys a little bit more in detail here in just a second. Thanks for watching. Alright everyone, as mentioned earlier, here is our generator that we use for our events. It's a 2500 watt generator, which has been more than enough for us, than what we really even need, so it's great. We use this to run microwaves or lights for the hot dog cart events, to serve popcorn, or just to have the lights if it's going to be a nighttime event. And it's extremely quiet compared to the food trucks that we've seen. Their generators tend to drown out everybody's voices, and it's really hard to hear when taking orders with those generators. And this one is very quiet and manageable. It's easy to take with us if we need it or leave here. Great for home use if we ever need a backup generator. It works great. So I recommend finding yourself a generator that is quiet and has enough power for what you need. And this one is a Predator, and it does great. So, yeah. Alrighty, and here is our extra propane grill. We got this to help us when we had bigger events. We had a couple caterings that were going to be serving several hundred people within a few hours, and so we got this to help us out. Runs off propane, so we got a splitter and run all of our grills off the same 2 propane tanks, and it's great. Easy to take with us, little, and works great, runs great. And so, but yeah, here's our extra propane grill that we have. Alright, and here we have our coolers that we use for the hot dog cart events. And they probably hold between even anywhere from 20 to, I'd say, 40 drinks if you stack it to the rim. And they do great. It's been all we needed. And what we do, if we have a smaller event, we usually bring 1 and just keep it restocked and keep extra ice on hand. And for the bigger events, we bring 2 and separate it with the water and the Cokes. And that does great. They stack perfect in our transportation device, and we've never really had a problem bringing 1 or 2. They're easy to manage, they're smaller, and when they're full of drinks, I can still carry it, and they're a good size, especially if you aren't going to bring a dolly or have to carry it a long distance to set up at the event. Sometimes you're not always able to pull right up to your event and unload. You do have to carry sometimes. So they're great, and they're small. And in this blue one back here, we usually keep, say we have extra cold inventory like our hot dogs or extra sausages, And if we can't fit it inside of the food cart, we take this blue one and fill all of our extra inventory. This one's got a handle, makes it really easy to move around and takes the weight off of you. So that one's great, especially for me. I love that one. It definitely helps me out. But even still, these are great. They're easy to store, easy to clean up. Have the handles on the side for easy pickup, and you can do it with a partner. But they stack too high in the car and hold plenty of drinks, and gives you enough space to restock if you need to. So there are our coolers. And another recommendation we have is when it's really hot outside and we can't find any shade, or a tent doesn't provide the coolers enough shade, we put a towel over our coolers just to keep it a little bit colder and keep the ice from melting. It really, really helps. It's been a major difference every time we started putting towels on. Our ice has actually stayed through the whole event rather than melted halfway through, and having to re-up on ice all the time can be expensive. Ice is definitely something you don't think about, but having good coolers, these were a great start. These were actually given to us when we bought the hot dog cart, and we bought these very cheap for the most part. So as you go and become more successful, I would recommend getting, higher quality coolers to keep your things cold. But these do the job just great. Add the towel and you have a Yeti. Not really. Okay. I mentioned the coolers to you guys, and now I'm going to show you where we store our chips for the events. And we've learned that the best way, we've had trouble storing and packing our chips and causing some of them, the bottom ones to get smashed. So we've learned that keeping it in one of these boxes that you buy from the store allows you to store several chips. This box holds 50, probably more if you put them in right. And easy way to transport. It doesn't take up much space, and it keeps the chips from being smashed. And so that's the main goal, is to make sure your inventory looks good to the customers, is in good order, and is appealing. So we want to make it look like we take care, or we want to show that we take care of all of our items for the customers. Here we have our clean water 5-gallon plastic water containers. We try and keep these filled up between events, or fill them up at the same time. That way we don't have to fill up every single time. We take one with us per event. Bigger events sometimes will need more water, but for the most part we don't even use necessarily all 5 gallons, and so taking one is plenty, especially because we're local. We can always go fill up some water if we need to. And it's great to have water on hand anyway, and keep that water stored, because it's Texas. It's a little hot. So back here in our famous Amos chocolate chip cookie box, we don't keep cookies as I would like, but what we do is we keep all of our display sodas, beverages, waters, Gatorades, and we keep these in here. It's easy to bring them rather than taking them out of the cooler and taking away from your cold ones. So these are what we keep on display for everyone to see what we're serving that day. And keeping it in this box, cheap, easy. Once we ran out of some cookies, we had an extra box, and so don't have to spend any money on that. And you can tape it up if it starts to fall apart. But also, sometimes you drop a can, or one falls, or it comes dented. If it's not too bad, you can use it for your display. That way you can use your good cans to keep cold and actually serve to the customers. But it does happen that every once in a while a can is misshaped or misformed, and we'll keep that one up on display. That way we have all good cans in the cooler. And so once again, easy to take with us. It's in one place, and the cans aren't getting shaken around or broken. So that's how we keep our display. Drinks, and Alright everyone, I've pretty much showed you the basics and what you really need to run the hot dog cart. Your coolers, your water, your cold, your drinks. And so later on we're going to get into a little bit more detail about everything else. But this is just the start and the beginning of what we would like to show everyone and the youth and young entrepreneurs how easy it can really be to start your own business. And this is one of several that we have, and we'd love to show you guys what else we have to offer and show you a little bit more about this business as well as the others. And it was great showing you guys and introducing you guys to our food cart and our space. And I hope you continue watching to learn more about our videos and what we do. So thanks everyone for watching and taking the time to learn a little bit about what we do. And there's many more videos to come, like I said. And we'll get into showing you guys much, much more into detail about what it takes to be a young entrepreneur. And thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.